course, Motoyasu, the spear hero, is going to be found first. And honestly, rightfully so. Like, out of all the heroes, I know that he's had the most screen time. But honestly, out of all the heroes, he's like the best hero because I think that, how do you say it? He's dumb. Okay, so we can all agree, we can all sit here and say Motoyasu is dumb, right? But the thing that makes him unique compared to the other two heroes is the other two heroes have a semblance of intelligence, okay? Motoyasu is completely driven by emotion and doing what he thinks is right. And when you think about a person, that's not completely a bad trait, you know what I mean? It's like if I go and do something stupid, but I wholeheartedly believe, in my heart of hearts, I believe that I'm making the right decision or I'm doing the right thing, and I put my all into it. When you put yourself in my shoes or in that person's shoes doing it, you see it from their perspective and you realize like they're doing what they think is right. And that's why I think makes the spear hero a unique hero is, yeah, he's a bumbling buffoon. He's an idiot. He's comedic relief. You know, every time he's on screen, it's a funny scene, right? He's constantly manipulated and all this stuff. But in his heart of hearts, he thinks what he's doing is the right thing. Even if sometimes it's a selfish decision, he thinks he's doing the right thing. And that's a commendable trait for the most part. Now, the other two heroes have a semblance of intelligence. They're very like each other. They've done some nasty stuff, but they've done it with the semblance of intelligence, of understanding that sometimes they're making stupid decisions, and sometimes they've been the one to kind of rectify certain situations, like when Naofumi was trying to get caught up by the king and the nobles and everything else. And that's why I think him being the next hero to be found is like an awesome thing. The next thing I gotta say about this show is I love this twist that we're suddenly facing with the King of Malremark, right? And how he was the land's hero. And the queen just ran us through kind of like his backstory. And his backstory really was that, you know, he was fighting for his sister. And his fight for his sister got taken away to this other cis something kingdom. And he basically, because they took his sister away, he destroyed the kingdom all through the way of even destroying and killing their king. So I thought that was just a really crazy thing. Now, they also mentioned somebody else, and I don't quite know who that is. And then they also mentioned, we also found out that the king took notice of the two kids, right? Alta and Full. And specifically Alta, he was like, let me see your face and stuff like that. So my thought process in him kind of being built out as this scumbag, but this scumbag with a good heart, at least at some point in life, is that my guess is that his sister was given to this other kingdom that was probably primarily a beast kingdom. That's going to be my guess anyways, because they said Tai something was the king, and that sounds like a lie to me. So my guess is that he was given to the other kingdom his sister was given another kingdom, and she probably maybe had children, and maybe those children are these kids here. And my guess is that this little girl may be his sister's kid or something like that. Again, I'm drawing at straws here, but maybe that's not his sister's kid. Maybe it's his sister's kid's kid. But I'm assuming the little girl looks like his sister. At least, again, these are all just speculation and just assumptions. And really, like I'm throwing stuff at the dark and throwing darts at the wall here. But that's my guess. And if that does happen to be the case, that's really, really cool. And I am all for a redemption story for the King of Malremark and contextualizing and bringing him out more. I think that would be so cool. What a twist of the universe for him to suddenly back the shield hero and get his gusto back instead of being a piece of crap like he's been. Imagine him doing a 180 and redawning the lands and his former glory, right? Like, what a 180 that would be. Which makes sense of why the Queen of Malremark, who was a badass and a dime and a 10 out of 10, and like, it makes sense on why she was with him, you know, and what happened there is like his former self, not what he turned into, you know, it all makes sense. But this episode I thought was awesome. It did a lot of really good world building. It did a lot of really good character building. It really gave me like it was a really good episode, and I was really like I'm knee deep into it right now, and I just can't wait to see what comes next. Now with fighting Motoyasu and what's gonna come next, I can't wait to see what happens with his village. Now that he had Serena and Full's levels reset so that they can be part of the heroes party and absorb his skills and stuff like that, like they're gonna be badasses. We know this Alta girl's gonna come into the picture and she's probably gonna be a badass too. So I can't wait to see what kind of like happens next as the story begins to unfold more. But like I'm completely in it. This season of Shield Hero is like chef's kiss, top notch, at least in my humble opinion. So anyways, let me know what you guys thought of this episode down in the comments below. As always, I appreciate you guys being here. And of course, my friends, I will see you guys next week for episode number 4. Peace.